Good afternoon, AIMHO. This is Shadeen Say from the AIMHO 365 Committee. I want to welcome you all to today's webinar, #Recognize AIMHO, presented by the AIMHO Awards and Recognition Committee. A big thank you to John, Tyler, and Stephanie from the Awards and Rec Committee for developing this presentation and offering to share this knowledge with the region. They will be taking questions using the chat feature during the presentation. The chat feature is located on the right-hand side of your screen. If everyone logged in can test the chat feature by typing in your campus name, as well as how many attendees are viewing with you today, we'd greatly appreciate it. As a reminder, this webinar will be recorded and uploaded to the AIMHO 365 YouTube page, and that link is available through the aimho.org website. Please be checking the AIMHO website often for future webinars, as well as to submit a webinar proposal yourself. Again, a huge thank you to our presenters today. John, we are all yours.
Thank you, Shadeen. We, as the Recognition and Awards Committee, are super excited to be presenting to you today maybe some of the initiatives and stuff that we are going to be doing through this year, stuff we've already rolled out, and as well as some other stuff, and to kind of get you prepared for awards coming up, because they are actually going to come sooner than you think. So those that are here and online, just a reminder for Shady, if you can, down in the chat, go ahead and enter your campus and how many attendees that you have, so that we know that you are here. That would be awesome. And Shadeen, if at any time that we have technical issues or I drop off or you can't hear me anymore, just let me know and then I can stop. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep talking and cruising along today. Stephanie and Tyler are unable to join us today, so they got pulled away doing some other stuff throughout the year. So it's just me today, but I do want to give a thanks to Stephanie and Tyler for helping prepare the presentation, as well as the whole committee, for everyone that has helped out with everything, getting ready for that. So we're going to go into everything here. So a couple learning outcomes for this presentation that we have for you. So by the end of this presentation, we want you to know about the current recognition efforts, which we are engaged with. We also want to give you some basic tools on how to implement recognition within the workplace, within your areas, with that, and then also know a little bit about the AIMHO Award timeline, how to submit nominations for AIMHO Awards. So that is what we are going to do for today. So first of all, with recognition in the workplace, as I was doing some research and kind of looking at that, I found this quote that was pretty staggering to me. So it says that only 3 in 10 U.S. employees strongly agree that in the last 7 days, they have received recognition or praise for doing good work. So to me, that was like, wow, that's pretty low. You know, so if I think about it, if I have a staff of 10 employees and only 3 of them say that they have gotten recognition, or that they strongly agree that they got recognition, to me that seems kind of sad. I want most of my people to feel recognized and stuff. So I thought that was interesting, and you know, and it's up to date too with the article that I found is, you know, this year in 2008. So pretty real and prevalent. So as I was doing some research, I found an article called Recognition in the Workplace. It's not what you think it is. This just comes from Forbes. I was just doing a quick Google search, and I found kind of some stuff that I thought was pretty interesting. So one of the stuff that they talked about is that they say is that for recognition, you need to foster an inclusive culture. So if you create a culture that people feel welcomed and wanting to be part of that, it's going to help connect them to the company's mission and values, and it will connect that to the people and to their team performance. So I thought that was really cool. In Housing and Residence Life, we do a pretty good job with this. We spend a lot of time, especially in those training times, you know, fall trainings and stuff like that. We do spend a lot of time and create that. We also want to create shared experiences, which I also feel like in Housing Residence Life we do a pretty good job at that. We want people to feel connected to the organization, things like that. So if you're feeling maybe like you're not as connected to your employees, or maybe you don't know a lot about them personally, or maybe they don't know about you personally, maybe creating some shared experiences can help out with that. I took some of my staff to an escape room one time, and they really enjoyed that, and that was a good bonding activity, and we had a good shared experiences, and so they felt more connected for that. So there's a lot of things you can do with that. Also providing training and development opportunities. Of course, we do a lot of the trainings and things like that for our RAs. But also if you're higher level and you're thinking about like pro staff or residence directors, things like that, giving them the training opportunities is a really good way for recognition to feel like you are recognizing that person's desire to learn, and it will help gain their loyalty, and it'll also help build trust. Publicly recognizing workers, promoting an interactive engagement, so competition, and they did stress this, they say it's competition in a structured state is a motivator where progress to goal creates measurable results. So having a little bit of competition in the workplace and things like that can be a good thing to do with recognition and to help foster that goal and to kind of get measurable results. And then, of course, offering rewards, the whole rewards-based system. It's very traditional, old school with that, but it does prove effective in that. So these are just a few points that I found just in this one article that I looked. But as my search continued, I found just a bunch of links to recognition resources. There's a lot of stuff out there. So these are some of the ones that I found that I saw little nuggets of gold within these that I thought would be really cool. If you're interested in having a copy of all these links so you don't have to type them out, I'd be more than willing to send those to you. You can send me an email, or you can talk to anyone on the 365 committee about this, and I can get this information to them so that you can have it. But it's really cool. There's so many resources. There's 52 epic ways to reward your employees, inspirational quotes and rewards about recognition. So if you want to add a quote to some sort of recognition that you're giving out, these are certain quotes there. There's a former employee thank you letter sample that I found, so you can hop on there and look at how to write like a formal thank you to one of your employees. That I thought was pretty cool. 13 simple ways to recognize employees without spending money, for those of us that have budget restrictions. 33 thoughtful employee recognition and appreciation ideas for 2018, which is cool. That one is a website from Snack Nation, which they provide snacks and stuff for employees. So if you have a big budget and want to provide snacks, that's also a cool thing to look into. And then 20 informal ways to reward individuals. So these are just a few that I found that you can look up with that. So some really cool resources and stuff to have and to recognize those with you. So a little bit about recognition on the regional/local level. So these are some of the stuff that we are implementing or going forward with this year. So the whole presentation is entitled #RecognizeAIMHO, and that is our hashtag for the year. So and anything that you'd use hashtag for, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anything that you want to do, go ahead and just throw #RecognizeAIMHO anytime you want to do recognition with that. So if you have stuff on your campus that you do spotlights or social media recognition or anything like that, if you just want to throw in the #RecognizeAIMHO to generate that so that we can see who is being recognized with that, or if someone does fun and you just want to recognize them, just hop on Twitter, send a shout out, and then do #RecognizeAIMHO. So we want to generate a good kind of that hashtag dedicated to that so we can see all the stuff that people are being recognized for, because we do a lot of awesome things in AIMHO and we really want to see that, and we want to do that and maybe pull out a few spotlights for that to showcase some of those posts. Also, we're really working hard to be part of the AIMHO Angle and having an article in every AIMHO Angle this year. And we're adding professional development books, resources, articles, and things like that to keep the recognition throughout the year. So I'd really encourage you to look at the AIMHO angle because it's going to give awesome information, and it's also going to give you all the complete information about awards that will come up throughout the year as well. And then also we have a spotlight. So if you go to aimho.org and look under the Awards and Recognition Committee, there is a form to submit for a spotlight. So in every AIMHO angle, we are going to add another spotlight section to give recognition to someone who's done something well throughout that section. So it's kind of like an of the month, if you will, for that. So there's just a quick form. So if you just go to aimho.org, go to the Awards and Rec Committee section, and then there's a little form that you can fill out for that to give someone a spotlight. So that's a good way to spotlight someone as well. So on kind of local level, there's also ways to get involved in recognition for that. Of course, we have the OTM system, which is the of the months for that. So that is usually done through the National Residence Hall Honorary. NRHH usually runs those. If you have a chapter on your campus or not, this is a good way to do some recognition. They also, if you go to otms.nrhh.org, you can also search OTMs that have been done on the regional and the national level, so you can kind of look at some ways how people write awards, and it could give you inspiration for writing your upcoming awards. Also, campus recognition, Tyler is from ASU, and they have something called the Sun Awards. So they have like university-wide awards. We have some of those here. I'm sure your campuses have those. Those are great ways to get involved and to get people some awards, things like that. Also departmental awards, things like that we have. And then, of course, end-of-year banquets that a lot of people do for that. So we have a lot of recognition, things like that. But just kind of wanted to remind everyone of the other recognition avenues that are out there that we can recognize people. So there's a lot of things and a lot of places that we can get involved and to also recognize the great people, student staff, professional staff that we have in the area. We also have some regional annual awards that we give out. So these are the AIMHO specific awards for the conference. So all of the descriptions for these and very specifics can be found at aimho.org under the Awards and Recognition Committee tab as well. But these are the awards that we have. So we have the AIMHO Outstanding Service Award, the Outstanding Entry-Level Professional Award. We have the Undergraduate Student Social Justice Action Award, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award, Outstanding Mid-Level Professional Award, Graduate Student Social Justice Action Award, Committee Member of the Year Award, Outstanding Graduate Student Award, Distinguished Service Award, and Professional Social Justice Action Award. So these are all of the awards that we give out officially at the AIMHO conference every year. So take a look at these. With that, if you want more specifics, we do have that website for you to look at to see if anyone fits these awards that we can nominate for. So writing a regional award, the absolute best thing you can do to get yourself in the running to win a regional award is to actually write and submit one. that is the biggest thing that you can do. We have struggled to get multiple nominations for each category, and we really want these to be some prestigious and highly sought out awards, and not necessarily an afterthought or an oversight or something like that. So we really want people to get interested in these and to start getting into them and getting them more competitive for that. So make sure you're specific, providing clear details about the recipient has done in the past year. And so the awards go from AIMHO to AIMHO. So anyone that has done something in this past year from November all the way up until this coming November is what you can nominate for. So we've already had half of a year, if not more, to where people have done things that you can already do nominations from. So if you're going, man, I don't know who to nominate, or don't know what to do, we've had all of last year, all of spring semester too, that people could have done stuff that you could have nominations to pull from. Also, make sure you provide information that highlights how they have gone above and beyond and what their job description does. So that will really help and kind of have the person that you're nominating, they'll give them a little edge and help them stick out. Of course, be creative and then write in a style that works for you. There is nothing super specific about how you write the award. So throwing in metaphors, quotes, things like that. However, whatever's going to work for you and whatever you want to do to showcase this person is what's going to be great for that. So there's no necessarily cut and dry. There are some specifics that we'll get into, some information that we do need in making our decision, but how you go about that, it's really up to you and how you want to write in the form. So things that you're going to need when you write your nomination. First thing is you're going to need your name, your position, institution, and email address, as well as your nominee's name, position, institution, and email address. And then it's just a 500-word or less description detailing why this individual deserves the award, and then a 20 to 25-word abstract to be read at the annual conference closing banquet where the awards are presented. So at max, you're doing a 525 words nomination. So that's it to do that. So we really want you guys to get in there. It's an easy process to go on it and do that. Now for the timeline that we have, the award nomination portal is going to open on August 1st. So just 2 months away, that's when it will open. Just in time for all of us to get really busy with fall training and getting ready for the school year. But you have until October 5th. So between August 1st and October 5th are when you can submit your nominations. And again, those are through the aimho.org website. And then November 12th through the 15th is when the winners will be announced at the conference for that. So nominating awards and everything is super simple, super easy, a lot of ways to get involved and get recognizing, and a lot of tools for you to have for that. And I think I have some references here. In my head, I envisioned this presentation to go at least a half hour, but it went about 15 minutes. But it's short and simple for that that we have. I haven't seen any questions or anything come in. Anyone that is on the presentation or anything that has a question or anything that would like to ask that now, the time will be yours. And then if not, I'll turn the time back over to Shadeen.
Awesome. Thank you, John, for taking your time to share your knowledge with the region in this area. Again, please encourage your teams to nominate each other for AIMHO awards, as well as providing recognition to each other as often as possible for all the good work that everybody is doing. Again, thank you, John, for this presentation. As a reminder, this webinar was recorded and will be posted on the AIMHO 365 YouTube page, and that link will be available on the aimho.org website for your future review and use in trainings. Be on the lookout for future webinars by checking the AIMHO 365 page on the AIMHO website. Again, a big thank you to the region to the AIMHO Awards and Rec Committee for this presentation, and have a good day, everybody. Bye.